Jenny McCarthy Show. Oh!
You look stunning.
Well, thank you.
You always look gorgeous. But you look exceptionally well.
Well, I appreciate it. What's been going on? You in New York? You doing your New York thing? You got your scarf on?
You know what? Trying to cover the smell of BO as much as possible. No, not kidding. I'm in New York now, but I still live in Chicago, and you know what it's like traveling around, trying to be a mom, a businesswoman, a wife.
For sure.
It sucks. Kandi Burruss, you guys, Real Housewives of Atlanta is what we're talking about. Sunday nights at 9:00 on Bravo. What season is this?
This is season 11.
Holy shit.
I know. It's like
11
it feels like this thing keeps going and going and going. I cannot believe we've been doing it this long.
And were you on the first season, Kandi?
No, I came in on season 2. So this is my 10th season.
Holy shit.
Can you believe I've been doing this show for a decade?
Would you thought
crazy.
Before you would have been doing it for
Hell no.
What advice would you give her on your first season, looking in hindsight now?
Oh my goodness. What would I give? What advice would I give? Well, I always say I'm not on the show just to be popular. So every year I always have plans what I'm doing with my business and that I'm going to get accomplished during the show. Like, I always want people to see me accomplish what I'm trying to do, not just talking about it. Because that's the one thing about housewives. You hear them talking about a million things. Oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, and then they never do it.
Totally.
And it's like, what?
They're like stoner couch dreamers.
Yeah.
You sit around with stoners like, man, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah, like, that's corny to me. So, like, you have to be a person that actually does what they say they're going to do.
And guess what? You're known for being accomplished, Kandi.
Thank you.
Yeah. No one's thinking you're trying to sell a toaster that doesn't exist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Is it so nice? Is your blood pressure down this season?
You know what? I miss Kenya.
You do?
I do. I went to see her and the baby the other day.
Oh
my God, that baby is so beautiful.
I bet.
Beautiful.
I mean, Kenya was made to be on the show.
She was.
She really was.
Yeah, she does not give a... Like, I don't know, can we curse on this show?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, she don't give a fuck about, pressing people's buttons.
That's right.
So she's like, whatever, I'm going to call you out on everything.
Totally.
I'm not going to let anything slide.
That takes, like a housewife, you have to be willing to throw someone under the bus. You have to be a little bit crazy. You have to be a little bit kind. You have to be able to forgive each other. I don't know how.
Yeah, that forgiveness part is something that has been a challenge for me.
Spill it.
I'm working on it.
It is. I mean, it's hard when someone causes an emotional scar.
Right.
It doesn't just hurt your feelings when they cause a scar.
Right. In real life, you could just, keep moving and not have to deal with that person ever again. But when you're on a show together, it's like you have to continue to tape together. And then it makes it uncomfortable if you and that person are not speaking. It affects the whole group,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it just becomes a thing. And I'm just like, ugh.
Gets moody and dark.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it becomes you're the problem.
That's right.
Like,
that's what winds up
minute.
happening is the more you try to stay out of it, the more you get brought into it.
It's like, what? Okay.
What did Kim do wrong last season? What was her biggest mistake, you think?
Well, for me, it was lying. But I mean, it was like what she said about me. I was like, come on, girl, you just like totally made up a story. But I think when it comes to the other girls, I don't know, like Kim just does a lot. Like when she starts, it's just too much. She fibs a lot. She fibs a lot.
I mean, we definitely have. I've had friends like that in grammar school
Mm-hmm.
that will lie to get attention.
Yeah, I don't know if it's to get attention. I don't know what be going on. I don't know. But and it's like when the lies come back to, if you say it on camera, they're going to play it back.
Right.
And then you want to change your story and then you get mad. And this is the thing that I don't understand with her. She doesn't understand when somebody else is pissed off about the things that she says.
Right.
And it's like, but how do you think that I'm going to react to you if you say something crazy like that? It's like, of course I'm going to be mad at you. Of course I'm going to go in on you because you said something crazy about me that didn't make any damn sense. And so and that's the part where it's like it gets kind of weird because it's just kind of like she's like, everybody's attacking me. Well, because did you see what you did? Did you watch it? Did you watch the show? Because we watched the show, and they clearly showed you doing these things.
Exactly.
And it's just a reaction. Your actions get a reaction. And I feel like she didn't like the reaction, but you are not allowed to dictate what the reaction is something that you do.
That's right.
She
has a hard time taking accountability.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it becomes, they did this. Like, what are you talking about? Did you not see what you said about me?
Why did she come back to the show? Wasn't her show still on the air, or was it kind of ending?
Yes, she still does her show. I don't know. You need to ask her.
I'll have to ask her. I
Yeah.
mean, to me, sometimes I think it's for the money. I would think.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm not saying anything about either show, but Real Housewives of Atlanta is the #1 show on Bravo. So why wouldn't you want to be?
That's it. Say no more.
Why wouldn't you?
You're right. 100%. What didn't we get to see at that reunion that you wish were shown?
Oh, at the reunion?
That juicy reunion.
I honestly don't remember. Once the reunion is done, I totally forget what happens. Like, my memory is bad. I'm like, I don't even remember what happened. I don't blame you for
trying to fucking erase it.
Yeah, I'm trying to move forward.
I mean, how difficult was it to film with Kenya?
Well, I get along with her. So that's not a good question to ask for me.
But when, you said it affects the whole group.
Well, okay. Well, the thing about Kenya is, like, she's not going to let shit slide. Like, she's going to let you know how she feels. And then, not only that, she's going to give you a little 2 cent. Like, if you try, like, what I noticed on this show is, like, a lot of people, they don't want to be called out on everything. Right. They want to try to, like, because, like, this year, it was a lot of people being nice. We didn't go as hard on certain situations. But had this been previous years with some of our other cast members, what? Oh, they would have lit you up. And, like, say, for instance, if somebody's lying about something, sometimes in my mind, I'll be there looking at you like, girl, you lying. But I may not always say it. Normally I will, but, I might let you slide. Or maybe I'll say something about it, and if you give, like, a little stupid answer, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna let her slide. But not Kenya. If that was Kenya would call you on it, and then if you would come with some bullshit story to cover up, she'd be like, no, because la 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 la.
She's a good fighter.
What? Oh my god.
I mean, in terms of, like, finding those opportunities,
yeah,
she definitely knows where her part is in that. I mean, she's quick.
She's very witty and quick.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Bethany in a weird way. Do you watch Beverly Hills Housewives at all?
Not often, but I do love Erika Jayne.
I do too.
Yes.
Would you guys write together?
I would love to.
Really?
I would love to. I mean, I had a chance to meet up with her this past summer, and she's so cool, but I didn't realize she's from Atlanta. I was like, that's why she's so cool.
Oh, that's why you guys have a connection.
We have a connection.
Did did you mention it to her, or have you brought it up yet of like, hey, let's work together?
People have said it online, and I've replied like, oh yeah. And then she's like, yeah, for sure. But, I guess maybe I should just initiate it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I should do.
I'm texting her after the show. I'm making it happen. Then I can sing background vocals.
Oh, wow. That would be, the video for that would be awesome.
What would you do with someone like an Erika? With your genius producing self?
I love the, she does a lot of dance music. I would probably, go along the lines, but probably give it a more, add some more hip hop to it.
Yeah. That's what it needs.
Yeah, I mean, well, she has some good stuff.
She does.
Yeah,
but it's a little West Hollywood. I want it to be a little, I need some hip hop in there.
Yeah, we can add a little bit more hip hop.
Totally. Are you ready to, you think, resolve things with Porsha yet, or no?
Well, this season, we are trying to do better. The season, the second episode aired this past Sunday, so we're into the season 11, and we're taking it slow to get back to try to be in a better place with each other. The problem is, her new boo,
Dennis.
I already knew, some people that he had dated prior to her introducing him to the group. You know what I mean?
So you already got the 411.
Yeah. And the problem is, it's kind of like, okay, the person that, you haven't been on the best of terms with, that you're trying to start over with, is like, is that necessarily the person that you want to bring you any bad news? No. Yeah, but this is Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Totally.
So, yeah, at first I was going to keep it to myself. But then I'm like, well, why would I not? Yeah, I mean, we all discuss each other's significant others all the time.
And we always say, I want to know if you guys know something.
Right, exactly. Now, no, you know what she told me this year? She didn't want to know.
No.
Well, you got to watch. Just keep watching this show. You'll see.
I cannot wait.
Yeah, it gets to the point. I don't know if she just didn't want to know or she just didn't want to know from me.
And does Dennis know you?
Well, here's the thing. We didn't know each other, but he lives down the street from my restaurant.
Oh, wow.
So he was coming there all the time. And I don't know if he came to meet anyone. But
you don't have that kind of tea, but you know what kind of chicken.
Hey, man. I don't know. But, yeah, he's very familiar with, the restaurant and people that I know, but I don't know. We don't really know each other. Now, I don't know if we met in passing in the past because, maybe
so
we did.
Hard to remember,
I've
right?
been to his club before. So,
okay,
I'm sure we probably said hey or something, but yeah, I just know, what my friends have said.
I cannot wait to watch this freaking season. Talking to Kandi about Real Housewives of Atlanta. The new season's on now, Sunday nights at 9 o'clock on Bravo. Congratulations on the Golden Note Award that you won.
Thank you.
I was sitting there watching it with Donnie. He said, good for her. Good for fucking her.
Oh,
and
thank you.
I know that you said that as a group you didn't get enough respect. Do you feel like you guys are getting that respect now?
Oh, wow. It's like, it's so weird. It's like now everybody is showing us so much love. Like back in the day, we sold a lot of records. I mean, we had, multiple platinum albums. But the thing about it is like if people would say things like, who's the best girl group or whatever, like people would never mention our name in those conversations. And we would be like, well, how come they would mention people who didn't even sell as many records as we did?
Right.
So we were just kind of like, okay.
Felt a little bit shaded.
At times, yeah. But then it's like now, people are, recognizing our group for the work that we did so long ago. And I mean, it's cool though. We appreciate it. Totally.
Donnie does too. Like, I get it. Like, there's a nostalgia of it all. Like, you feel like you're young again when you listen to your music.
What? Yeah.
Of course. I love it. I'm so happy for you. Tell me about the new girl, Ronnie DeVoe's wife.
Shamari is crazy. No,
she does look
she's
fun.
Fun. She's super fun. She's very she says whatever she wants to say. Like she doesn't think before she speaks. And I think part of that is the fact that she's new to the show.
Right.
So she doesn't even realize how they're going to edit her. And she is like, she's probably going to be mad later. But it was fun during the season to have somebody so fresh and so like carefree.
And full of energy.
Yeah, like
not
carefree.
Guarded.
Yeah, she's not guarded at all. Now, I don't know how she's going to feel going into the next season or whatever, but
did you watch her going like, oh, shit, girl?
Yes. It was a couple times that I was like, okay, yeah, she's cool. And then, it's times in that I'm like, okay, they're not going to keep this. And then something happens and I'm like, oh, shit, they're going to keep that. Oh, God, girl. No.
Oh, no.
Yes. And like and I don't know, it's so weird because, we've been knowing each other so long. Okay. Our history is she was the lead singer in the group Black. Her first hit was Boom Like a 808, and I wrote the remix to that song. And so we've been friends or cool since way back, and
Thank
then
God.
she's married to Ronnie DeVoe of New Edition, BBD, and I also been cool with him for a long time. So I knew both of them for years, and, to see them on the show is it feels good because it's somebody else that I have a relationship with.
Yeah, like an ally.
Yeah, and they're just cool people anyway. I just like them.
Now, if I had a cool couple of friends who I loved, I would be a little concerned for them. Mm-hmm. Because you know what's like going in there. Like sometimes you just don't come out the same.
Yeah.
Are you worried for them at all?
I'm worried. Well, here's the thing. Being as though I've been there, done that. I know how bad reality TV can be, but then I also know how it can also be good for your careers and put shine on you. The thing about it is, yes, her craziness is crazy, and she's probably gonna, feel like, why did I do that at times when she watches it? But I feel like people are going to love her for it. Because she's so honest and because she's so carefree. I feel like, she's going to gain a lot of fans who may not have known about her music before, who are going to go back and listen to it now because they see her on the show. So I feel like she's going to benefit more than she
as a friend that you've known for a long time. You can see, and being, like you said, a professional at this, you can give some good advice, and I trust that. It sounds like she's going to do well.
I hope so.
I do too.
Yeah.
Is there any truth to the story that you're going to produce a new TV show with Marlo in the cast?
Oh, okay. Well, we actually did have a show that I was producing, and it ended up, the show ended up being dropped, basically.
After you filmed it or during?
No, right when we were about to get started. Yeah.
Is that because of the network or the talent? Or the production company?
I think, well, I don't want to, put blame on anyone. I mean, basically, it was like the talent was being a little difficult with getting things done, and they weren't, getting things done by a deadline, basically. And the network got fed up and was like, you know what? Okay, if this is
too much,
if you're showing us that you're going to be difficult at this point, then we'll move on.
That's a shame, isn't it? When that happens, people blow their own shit up constantly.
Yeah, it really sucked because, first of all, this is something that we had worked on for a couple years. Like, I had not even told anybody. It was in development for a while.
We know what that's like.
Yeah, and so to be able to keep that a secret for so long, and they finally greenlighted, and I'm super excited because they are getting ready to drop the press release, and I was about to say,
yeah,
because the funny thing is, people didn't really know Marlo and I to be great friends or anything like that.
I didn't either.
And it's not that we were great friends. It's just the fact that I thought she was cool, and it was during the time. I don't know if you remember that 1 or 2 years after her and Nene fell out, she wasn't really on Housewives.
Yeah.
So, she came to Todd and I and was like, I really want to do TV again. I really want to do something. And so at that point, we started trying to develop something. We pitched it to a couple networks. Somebody, they were interested, and we went ahead and developed the show. And so I was like, okay, cool. This is finally about to come together. And I was excited because it was a show that I was not talent on, but a executive producer on. So I was happy.
Exactly.
And
it's like going back to the Housewives crew and be like, guess what I'm doing? It's just another one.
Just another added little notch on your belt.
Totally. It feels so good.
So I just hate that it didn't come through.
I want to bring up, how's Riley doing?
Riley's doing great.
I love her.
Thank you.
I've always, every time you come in here, I just fell in love with her from the first time I saw her. Then watched her do her little singing. Is she singing still or no, modeling?
She said she doesn't really want to sing like that. She's totally focused on becoming a lawyer.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. This past year, she was an intern for a law office. Now, mind you, she's still in high school, but she did like a summer program at Stanford for like a couple weeks for high schoolers that are interested in law.
Holy cow!
So yeah, she really got focused, and I hope she stays focused. That's all. I'm like, please God, let it keep going.
That's like any mom right now. Like, please, 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 just graduate. And
yeah, she actually got set up for she signed up for the internship at my lawyer here, his office here in New York. So next summer I got to figure out where she's gonna live.
Oh shit.
For the summer so she can do her internship.
Is she like, because I know blended families, what that's like.
Mm-hmm.
Is she cool with her stepdad?
Oh yeah.
There was reports, and I was like, this looks like bullshit.
Yeah, they made that up. That was so stupid. Like, what I've noticed this year is that it's been a couple of blogs that have just made up stories for clickbait, and then other people are picking it up.
Well, I'm glad you're clarifying it right now.
Because I saw one story. The first one, and Riley, actually, she was sending it to me like, why are they posting this? And I was like, I have no idea. They said something about Todd was mad because I got her a car or something. And he was the one who actually helped me pick out the car and pick the rims and everything for the car. So it's like the story totally did not make
Bullshit.
sense, but people picked it up and I was like pissed. I was just like, okay, but
Don't believe it.
Yeah,
it's all
nothing
BS.
you can really do.
I know. I hate when they drag the kids in it too. So I'm glad to hear
Yeah.
everything's fine, and then you're expecting, right? Possibly.
No.
Not literally you. Aren't you getting a surrogate?
Oh, yeah.
You're like,
What you
bitch,
said.
no.
Well, we're going through the process right now.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
That's got to be so exciting. I'm so jealous. I want to do the same thing.
You do?
I do, but I'm too scared because I've had so many medical issues with my son
Oh,
that I just
okay.
don't want to roll the dice. I'm like,
Well, I was scared, to even use a surrogate. I was scared of that because I didn't have any close friends that have done it that I can just talk to about
Right.
the process, But we did IVF for to get my son Ace, which praise God, he's totally healthy. Everything's great. I mean, I did have my embryos tested to make sure that
they were good.
They were good and healthy because I'm over 40 now and
Right.
you know how that could be. But so we have 2 more embryos in the freezer.
Oh.
So it was that question of, well, what do we do?
Right.
Like,
Do we cook it or flush it? You got to cook it if they're there. Sorry. If I had a Jenny and Donnie little embryo in a refrigerator freezer somewhere,
yeah,
no doubt I'd try to find a nest for it.
Yeah.
No doubt. Well, did you find the person yet or no? Still looking?
Yes, no, we did. Dr. Jackie is my doctor. She's on Married to Medicine.
Yep.
Yeah, she actually helped me find somebody.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, I could not be happy for you. You're on fire as usual. Kandi, do you still have your sex line?
Of course.
Yeah.
Bedroom Candy? Girl.
By the way,
and
you're-
it's expanded.
It expanded. Okay, I have to check it out because her stuff, you guys, she gave me on my show 5 years ago, and I'm still using it. Never broke. It's high end.
Yes.
High end sex products. Where can they find those? Just to give them a plug.
Bedroomcandy.com.
There it is. Kandi, thank you so much. You guys check out the Real Housewives of Atlanta Sunday nights at 9:00 on Bravo. Will you take a picture with me?
Yes.
Be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Jenny McCarthy Show.